And we're good. Yay. The things are thinking. The Twitch is twitching. And the YouTube will appear. There we go. Let's hit that really quick. Bam. Bam. Yay. There we go. Nothing is exploding. Yay. Except my head. I've been fucking terrible this week. Genuinely. Alrighty, there we go. Yay. You know, matter of fact, I'm gonna lower that a little bit. Yeah, there we go. Yay. Hey, today's the day where the music gets to stay, because we're playing some Master Duel. As I mentioned, Dice Rally is available, and I like Dice Rally a lot, so we're going to be doing some Dice Rally in Master Duel, which is very fun. Whee! Bam! Surprise! The game is already open. Bet you weren't expecting that. You weren't expecting much, were you? Anyway, on to some Duel Live before we get to what we do. Alrighty, we've got a Cyber Dragon player going second. Cyber Dragon with enough support is now honestly pretty confident going first or second. Problem. Dimension Shifter is going to cause some problems for Cyber Dark. They kind of like having their graveyard now. Up against Kashtira. So we're going to Imperm Fenrir. And we're going to call it there. Will that be enough? Well, we have Power Bond and Cyber Emergency. We might. No, we're just going to call it. We're not going to try and do anything. Fair enough, I suppose. We're going to Ash Blossom Fenrir. Alrighty. And we're just going to swing. Now that we're properly in the grave, we can grab Cyber Dragon. They're giving birth. We have Diablaster. They're gonna max C, but honestly, we should be able to OTK through this. We're going straight into Nova, straight into Infinity afterwards. Smart idea, give you some protection. Unless they're running a Monster Negate hand trap, they should be fine. They should be able to kill here. We're going to Emergency. We're going to grab our core. They're giving birth to banish those things, but those are things we can live without, because we have Power Bond in hand. Into Rampage. We're going to proc. We're going to get rid of their birth. They're going to proc Fenrir, but we have Infinity for that. There goes Fenrir, and that should be good enough. Yep, there we go. Alright, good job. Playing patient was the play. Wee woo, wee woo. Neat. Alrighty, let's get on over to Dice Rally ourselves now. What have I been doing? Well, as you might guess by the title, and as you might guess, from a whole bunch, I've been using the new Rocket stuff. I've been having a ton of fun. I recently discovered that you could use Melodious for this. Honestly, it sounds like a pretty good idea too, just for some fun. I like Melodious a lot. But yeah, I've just been using this. Is there anything I'm gonna change here? Not really. Yeah, I think we're good to go. Let's go. Up against Kenshin. Let's see what we get. Alright, we're going first. See, the thing I like a lot about this deck is that, like, just like Dragon Link in and of itself, it's really easy to accident your way into still having a stable board, which is quite nice, honestly. Alright. We get Meiku, Master of Barriers. He's a light spellcaster, which doesn't really synergize with virtually any of our links, because almost all of them need dragons or dark dragons. Like, realistically, the only things that don't are the big Borals and then IP and SP. Not the best, but we'll live. So what we're going to do instead, we're going to normal Tracer. Alright, what they got? Fuelos! We're going to say no to that. Here we go. Alrighty, so we're going to destroy Mako and switch him out with something else. That will be most ideal for us, honestly. Switching him out for a Rocket Loader. That gets the Rocket Loader special summon, which is very nice. There we go. With that, we can add Absoluter. No, they're going to Veiler Loader. That's fine. We have enough in hand where if we use our Field Spell, Boot Sector, we will be able to accrue enough advantage no matter what, which is exactly what we're going to do right now. So, let's go Striker. We'll send away Loader. Sorry, Loader. There we go. Striker hits the board. We will add Boot Sector. Or will we? They still have more. Another Veiler. Jeez. God damn. See, that is unfortunate, but it's also not the end of the world. We have Rocket Caliber in hand, which, again, man, there's a lot of ways to accident yourself into a board here. So we're going to hit that. We're going to Rocket Caliber right onto the spot where he was. I don't think we need to necessarily do this. I'm pretty sure Loader's the one to return. Yes, it is. We don't need Tracer. We already used Tracer. So yeah, what we're going to do is we're just going to go straight into Trisboral. If they negate here, that's going to be a big problem, but I think we'll be fine. Yep, there's Trisboral, where we will proc Trisboral, add double interlock. There we go. Do we want to do this? I don't think we need to. So yeah, we're going to hit the double interlock. There we go. We're going to go into Fatal Flare. We're going to send away Loader and Striker. Alright. We will plop down Fatal Flare, which is quite nice. Using this, we're going to add Detonator to hand, because yeah, that would have been nice to add sometime earlier, but we were still able to do it here, thankfully. Sadly, yeah, we're going to proc here. I would like to use the summon in a bit more... I should have moved over here. I would have liked to use the summon in a bit more of an optimal position, being able to equip the Trisboral with something from Grave instead, but we're going to have to make do, but we will, in fact, live. It is not the end of the world. So we will use Detonator to summon Striker. There we go. Now, we will take you, we will take you, and we will take you. There we go. Take these three. Never mind, we will not. Yep. As I mentioned, pretty stable to accident yourself into a stable enough board state. Being able to just get Boral End, honestly, is like a really strong thing. Him not being able to be targeted or destroyed is very handy. God, I hate these cards. I hate the way that card looks. And we get 5 for that. No, we don't. We go to... I have not landed on a Mighty Square once. We get DD Dog out of that. That is a 6-star, Scale 3 Fiend, 2000. Honestly, being able to negate one of the extra deck guys, non-links, is, like, not the worst. We could have worse. Alright, let's keep going. I'm glad I'm blocking that user's name. Hello? guess we're getting half life point. Bro, that's gotta be reportable. Wow! Alright, we're gonna normal Magna Rocket. Magna Rocket is one of the many things you can destroy with one of your other links. Ooh, that's not good. We have Droll, but we, like, kind of want to do stuff. There's a lot we want to add to hand. We'll probably Droll after Detonator. Let's see, they're gonna Impulse here. Alright, we get Boot Sector. They get a draw out of that. Alrighty. What are we seeing so far? We're just seeing Rescue Ace. They could just be playing Rescue Ace, which honestly might... Yeah, they're on Rescue Ace. Let's see. We don't want that in hand. We can special summon the Detonator from hand now. This causes some problems. There's some stuff we might want to do. That needs Dark Dragons, right? That does. And then Trisboro also needs Dark Dragons. Yeah, at least 2. Or, yeah, 2 plus Dark Dragons. This is a problem. We're gonna Boot Sector. Let's see here. What do we want to do here, honestly? Hieratic Seal might not be a bad idea. I think that's what we might want to do here. We can add a Boral spell trap, but we don't have a rocket on the field to use the trap from hand, or use it at all. Honestly, what would be the best play here? That's a question. You know what? Honestly, I think just going into SP is probably our best call. I don't wanna, but like this is gonna be really tricky regardless. And yeah, unfortunately, they're gonna have to get the Droll draws from this because I didn't really have a better place to Droll during this while figuring out what the hell to do. That's unfortunate that they drew that much. Pot of Extravagance. Well, they're on Rescue Ace, so yeah, that's actually not too impactful against them, and they have a bunch of cards in hand already. Rescue Ace doesn't tend to do a lot of searching or special summoning from hand, so... Especially because they just play stuff to field. Yeah, not ideal. They're gonna Talents, probably take SP. No, peek at my hand. Oh, well, you're going to be very sad. Well, which rock do you want? Alrighty, they wanted that one. Ooh, High on Life 2 came out. I gotta go listen to that game soundtrack, because if it's also done by Tobacco, I will be very happy. I gotta listen to more Tobacco projects. I listened to, fucking, what was the one? What the fuck? Okay, they're on Vanquish Soul, never mind. Malibu Ken that he did with Aesop Rock, and, the fucking pink one, Hot, Wet, and Sassy. I really liked those. Those are really good. They still have normal summon, so this might not work the way I want it to. Also, if they have other Vanquish Souls, and never mind, they do not. Alright. Alright, so Burger can't hit the field now. They have their field spell. And they end. Alright, let's put SP here. I gotta keep putting them in like the edges. I keep doing that. Alrighty, what can she do? Lose some attack. Or return a monster, which... I would like to be able to do something about that now, but unfortunately I cannot. We can special summon Detonator, but like, there's still not much I can really do. Yeah, Detonator's is going to be a big wall, but Caesar is going to be able to punch no problem. Normal summon Ash. All my guys need dragons, so we're still a little stuck. We're on a Link 2. If she was at least Triss Moral, I could normal summon Ash Blossom and go into one of the big dragons, but I can't do that right now. She's also not a dragon, so I can't go into Pisty and revive from Grave. This is rather tricky. Honestly, I think our best case of action is just go into battle mode, swing. They're gonna try and Burger. Unfortunately, if I SP here, they can use Mad Love to return, so I can't stop this. Yeah, so they're gonna get a draw. I don't want them to, so no. Continuing the main is not going to help here. We'll just go to the end. Alright, they're going to get a draw here. Yeah, swing into SP makes sense. They're going to be able to do all their other plays unimpeded now. There's Holly Sue. Which, you know, now that I think about it, it's kind of weird. Usually they go out of their way to try and get at least some of the meta decks hit a little bit. Do they have anything that's, like, actually impeded? One reason. Which, honestly, like, hasn't been going well for them. Or, like, it hasn't really impeded them in, like, paper play at all. So that's kind of weird that that's what they decided to do. Yeah, I just died next turn. Yeah, and Fumalos honestly isn't really that helpful against this deck either. This deck doesn't really rely on its extra deck too much. Like, they basically just use, like, the K9 package as, like, coincidental extenders because of their attributes and levels, so yeah, it's not looping either. Can we do something with this? With the revive? We only have 2. And yeah, no, because they searched Ghost Bell, so... we're not going to be able to accomplish much, yeah. Bow, 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 bow. There's Caesar. Caesar. Ba, 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 ba. The burger's burging it. Ow. Ba, 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 ba. Bum 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 bum. Yep, there we go. Now excuse me as I literally block the game to fucking report this guy's name. Holy actual dog shit. Alrighty. God, nah, they, like, I get why, like, slow play is a reportable offense. I get why modding and cheating is, they really need an offensive name one. Because holy hell. That was bad. Alrighty, we're going first. Boop. Ba, 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 ba. Bum 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 bum. Alrighty, we both start with DD Dog, who thankfully is not quick effect, so we should be able to get our effects off the way we want. We have both Rocket Loader and Boot Sector available, which is pretty good. We're gonna Boot Sector first, and honestly, I think we're gonna hold on to our normal summon and just Boot Sector to summon these two. There we go. We're going to Loader now, and we're going to Tracer. So we're going to Tracer to pop our field spell. There we go. What to special summon? Honestly, we have the world at our fingertips. I think we're going to get Detonator with this one. There we go. And we will add Absoluter to hand with that. There we go. We don't necessarily need Striker, but having him engraved for the Graveyard Fusion for later is just like good muscle memory, so I'm going to do that. Go into Delindrous. There we go. We will special Absoluter with that. There we go. If there's one bad thing about this deck, it's how vulnerable it is to the Rock if your opponent is smart and plays it at the right time. Hello? What do we need? Oh, needs to be a Rocket. Okay, so we can't use Absoluter. So in that case, you know what? We'll special Caliber. There we go. We'll do that. There we go. We will double interlock. Using you and you. Alright, there we go. Add a Rocket to hand. Are they gonna rock right here? Honestly, now would be the time. Oh, look at that. That is, not quick effect, but it can be used during the opponent's turn. Good enough. That's not the end of the world, honestly. We'll live. Him having his effect negated is a big pain in the ass, but here's what we'll do. Yeah, because now we can't use the Grave Revive, but we can still get a grab from here, and we still, importantly, have not normal summoned yet. So what we'll do is this. We will negate the dog. We want to hand. We already special summoned you. It doesn't really matter anymore. We don't need a special summon from hand. We'll just grab you. We'll put you over here just for convenience. We get another grab here. Let's take... What do we want? Probably their extra deck. So we'll take Silver Rocket. Delindrous will come back now. There we go. We will go into Breach Boral. We'll use our... no, I can't use Breach Boral because of that. Oh yeah, because he's in the way. Damn, brains. We'll live. We'll do this. 1, 2, 3. Actually, no. We need to make more room. You know what? Yeah, let's do this. Alright, there we go. And now, we can use Rocket here. We can't equip from Grave, but we lose the attack, but we keep the negates, which honestly is kind of the more important part for this, to be quite honest. So yeah. And we'll just take all these guys. This is really poor, but you know what? We get to the end board that we want. We don't get the Link 2, but we'll live. We'll get rid of the dog now. We'll place the face down. We didn't get the trap because of my poor placement, but we'll live. Live and learn. Once again, as always, huge shout out to JX Chip for allowing their remixes to be used. Imperm! Who we imperm in? We're gonna imperm the Boral and Savage Dragon. Well, there goes one of our negates. Hopefully it's not the end of the world here. So we have a monster negate, and we have some battle shenaniganry along with imperm, so let's hope for the best here. Live and learn, hanging on the edge of tomorrow. Alright, Dark Ruler no more. So we're all negated, but we're all still pretty damn strong. We do have Imperm. Let's see if that'll be enough. I still have no idea what they could be playing right now. We take no damage, and they have a lot to get through, so I'm kind of curious. Triple Tactics Talents. They're going to take a monster. No, they're going to draw. Alrighty. Okay, there we go. They're on Art Mage. They pitch the trap. We got Graph Layer. Alright, so they got a destruction by banishing that trap now. There's Graph Layer. I hate that the game still gives you proc effects when your monster is, like, negated, when that won't accomplish anything. Like, that's really annoying. I get why they do that sometimes, because you can do stuff for cost, but, like, it's not gonna apply here, so it's very annoying when it happens. There's the Twink. Well, we get no other real time to use this, so might as well. Yeah, so their big goal here is to get rid of Boral End, because honestly, I think if Boral End remains on the board, I think we're in the clear. If Boral End leaves, we have some problems. Because yeah, the rest of my extra deck is not tailored for doing anything else here. I'm pretty sure I need to get rid of this song from the playlist. I should do that. Hold on. Let me do myself a favor. This one too, actually. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, alrighty. Alrighty, so they have the big dude. Yeah, that's a problem now. Yeah, the big downside to all the rocket stuff is, of course, like, the recursiveness is not as strong as Dragon Link. Like, it's very all-in, and once it's gone, you're just cooked. So they can't kill us this turn, but we also can't really establish a board enough now to really recur from this. You know what, matter of fact, since I've not used Melodious yet, I kind of want to do Melodious. We'll do like 2 more games with Rockets, and then we'll do like Melodious games afterwards. The worst part is, like, Boral End would have been, like, a perfect thing for dealing with their board. Like, they have a big problem. This deck has, like, a really big problem dealing with Boral End, honestly. Like, Boral End being able to... Honestly, Boral End in general is just, like, a really great card. Like, I love Boral End so much. But yeah, I'm not gonna have the recursiveness for this at all anymore. Yeah, they got it. Like, there's not really much I could have drawn to be able to make this, turn into my favor, really. Except maybe, like, if I had Nibiru in hand during the previous turn. This deck is quite vulnerable to Nibiru. But yeah, we just didn't have it. So, we'll just toss them away. Although that is a good showcase for, like, the kind of decks Dark Ruler is good against. I typically am not a fan of Dark Ruler because I just don't run into most decks that go all in. Like, recursiveness is, like, a really important part to a lot of decks nowadays. And yeah, the recovery aspect of Dragon Link and Rockets is just not all there, which, like, knocks it down some pegs. Alright, we get half life points for this next one. Let's try it out. Alright, up against 70 passive. Alright, going second. Not the worst deck going second if we can get to Boral End. Because Boral End is just such a fantastic, like, OTK enabler, being able to strike the entire board. Half life points, we have Furulos and 2 rocks. This might be enough to just deter them. Depending on what they have. I can't tell what they have. There we go. Exile of the Wicked to destroy all fiends. Well, I'm not using fiends. Never seen your channel. I do. It's like the kids wearing the funny glasses with the trench coat. Alrighty, they're gonna start with Small World. We're gonna Fulos, because honestly, any deck that wants to run Small World is probably extremely vulnerable to mass draw. Let's hope they don't have Ash. They have Ash. That's not great. Alright, well, we do have a rock, so let's see what they're playing, and we'll see if a rock will be good enough here. We have 2 rocks, so, you know. And we have both of our starters. This is, like, honestly, like, could be worse. They are on Chaos Creator, so they're probably on Thunder Dragons, is my best guess. Do I like the Leela Twins? Kind of. I'm not the biggest fan of Fiend decks, just generally speaking. This is not my playstyles. Yep, they're on Thunder Dragon. Thunder Dragon, okay, if they get to Colossus, this is a problem. If they do a lot of extra, honestly, Nibiruing, what's the laugh sound? It's part of the song. It's the boss of this Kirby game laughing. She does that laugh. So yeah, if they just end on Colossus, this is gonna be a problem, but if they go further than that, we should be fine, honestly. But them ending on Colossus is a major problem for my deck. Miss me playing GBA. It was actually one of the 3DS games. It was Triple Deluxe. Pretty good. Alright, so there is IP Masquerena. They're gonna Thunder Dragon Hawk. If they get one more, honestly, this is like pretty good. Yeah, if they like Colossus right now, we rock, and I think we're good. Yeah, I think we're in the clear. Alright. Yeah, because we rock, and no matter what they IP into, they're just gonna get rocked. Yeah. Alrighty. You know what? That worked out. Yeah, as long as they don't have their own rock or anything like that, we should be in the clear. Honestly, oh, that's even better, because we can use this from hand the moment we get anything on board. That's weird. SP, like, actually, like, talk. Yeah, they knew. Yeah. I was expecting that. Like, they knew. Like, that's, yeah. Fair enough. That's an understandable surrender. Like, I just kind of, we both recognize the game state there. Pharaonic Guardian Sphinx. What the hell does this do? Once per turn, you can change this card to face down defense position. You can only use each of the following effects of Pharaonic Guardian Sphinx once per turn. If this card is flip summoned, shuffle all monsters your opponent controls into the deck. If this card in its owner's control is destroyed by an opponent's card, special summon a level 5 rock monster from hand or deck in face down defense position. Do I have, just for the fuck of it, you know what? Let's see. Rock, level 5. Let's throw one in there, just for the fun of it. The obvious answer is Guardian Sphinx. Yeah, you know what? Let's throw it in there. Why not? Alright, we'll do one more with Rockets, and then we'll switch on over to Melodious. I cannot wait to get to Ratchet & Clank. I promise the next time we stream, we will actually finally be starting Final Fantasy 3. It's been a while just because there's been a lot going on this month, but we will be getting to Final Fantasy 3 after this, I swear. Unless I'm like turbo fucking sick that day. That's about it. Alright, we have Red Reboot. We're going to leave Pharaonic Guardian up for the time being. I think we're going to leave it up. We're going to Quick Launch. Always like quick launching, given the opportunity. This is really good hand trap bait. If they ash this, it's like not the end of the world. We also have Boot Sector in hand, so that's also really nice. So we're going to Boot Sector, and we're going to use Boot Sector to summon Silver Rocket and Rocket Loader. No, we're not. Alright, they're going to surrender. Alrighty, our poor Pharaoh didn't get any usage out of that, but we'll live. 1. Nitro Warrior. Alrighty, let's switch on over to the Singing Ladies. Now, this is going to be a bit trickier if I'm using the Singing Ladies, because they have a much more xenophobic deck design than the Rockets do. The Rockets, of course, want nothing essentially but Dark Dragons. Ash Blossom versus Ash Ketchum. I think I'd give that one to Ketchum. Ketchum's got hands. Alright, so we need to add just some doodly bops for convenience sake here. So we'll just add one of these, and do we want imperms? Yeah, let's get 2 imperms. Let's fill those with imperms, I think. Honestly, Board Wipers, not a bad idea for this deck either. I don't have Dark Ruler no more. Dark Ruler no more would have been a pretty good idea too. Let's see, do we want Board Wipes or do we just want the imperms? Red Reboot's also a good option. Honestly, probably we want the reboots. Yeah, we'll do that. Alright. Alright, let's give it a shot. Up against Silent Shroom. Alright, go in second. Do I normally pop into new channels? It depends. YouTube usually does a really poor job of showing them to me. Which is funny, because it's like YouTube's not the worst at that. I feel the need to stress that. But, yeah, unless I go out of my way, not really. Alright, this is honestly not a terrible hand. The Perulia is not good because we opened Nitro Warrior. Them having Makura is also not the best. But yeah, nah, you know, if I stumble across it, I stumble across it. It depends on if they, you know, have something that actually interests me and YouTube shows it to me. Like, it's happened. Like, I discover, like, a new channel I enjoy almost every other week, roughly. You are a rare specimen. Yeah. Like, you know, if YouTube recommends, like, a Master Duel stream to me every once in a while, I'll check it out. See what they're playing, see how they're going, you know, see their attitude. Maybe chat. You know, again, I'm just a really, like, silent, like, media enjoyer most of the time. So, yeah, I'm not one to, like, chat or comment too much, so I'm much more there for, like, what's actually being presented rather than the interaction part, which is really different for a lot of people. Like, that's one of the major things that attracts people to streaming and, like, things like YouTube. But, yeah, not really me. I was always just more interested in the actual, like, topics. You won't miss this first. Almost never. Literally never. No, I will not. Dude, my own friends had to talk to me first. Like, literally, my first day of high school when I met Meow, if he did not speak to me, we would not have been friends. And it's not because we don't enjoy each other's company, it's just that I'm just not the kind of person that just talks to people. I am extremely introvert. I do not like it. I am not a talker. Like, I will talk to people. Like, don't get it twisted. I will absolutely talk to people. I will talk to you if you talk to me. I don't like talking to people, though. But I will be as nice as I possibly can if you decide to converse with me. But please don't. Like, that's how I feel. Yeah, me and Meow, what happened for me and Meow, oh, this hand is, like, not the best. Again, the xenophobic nature of, God, what do I want to keep? I kind of don't want to keep anything, to be quite honest. I really wish they would destroy the Nitro Warrior somehow. Where is he? He's probably at work still. Not gonna lie, I kind of want to just keep the Nitro Warrior. I think, instead of that, what we'll do... man, what do I want? I think I'm gonna keep the Perulia, because they summon from hand a decent amount. Hand in, what does this do? Hand in, normal or specials, yeah. So let's... God, I kind of want to keep the Herald. I think our best course of action, we're gonna normal summon Arya, which I wish I didn't have to do. And we're just gonna go into SP. We could go into Haggard Lizardos to reset our board. But I think what we want to do is SP. And have some interaction for their turn, just in case. Target a card in the field. We're going to get rid of it, so we're going to target this. See what it is. It was an Infirm. Alrighty, yeah, we'll have to live with that. Want to versus via Master Duel. You know, after this one? Sure, absolutely. But yeah, me meeting Meow, it was the first day of high school, and we were in 8th period art class. It was, the art teacher had us all introduce each other, so we were all introducing each other on PS5, that's fine. And then yeah, after the art teacher had us all introduce each other, I hated school, so I would often just have like a sketchbook and just draw shit, because I just couldn't stand school. So I was drawing stuff, and then Meow was just like, was basically sitting right next to me, was like, hey, it was pretty good. I'm like, thanks. He's like, we should be friends. I'm like, okay. And then I took him, and then I lived like 2 blocks away from the school, so we literally went to my house afterwards, and we like played COD Zombies for a little bit, and then... and he's been my friend ever since. Most of the friends I have are friends via, like, osmosis. Like, I don't go out and talk. I'm not a talker. Like, I'm just not. Worst conversation ever. See, you'd think so, but I didn't agree. And you wanna know why? I appreciated how direct he was. There was no bullshit. There was no middle ground. He was like, we should be friends. And you know what? I appreciate that directness. Sure, let's be friends. Like, there was no fluff. There was no marshmallow involved. Nope, just as direct and to the line as possible. And you know what? I appreciated that because he could tell I was the kind of person that appreciated that. And most people are very bad at getting a read on me upon initial meeting. But he wasn't, so I trusted him. We might be able to rock them here if they're in a bad enough position. I should play Decap Attack. Oh god, it's been a while since I played that game. I should play the game for Halloween. Man, we just might be able to rock them. As long as I don't get to the big, Trishilla retrain, I think we're good. Honestly, the biggest problem here is, SP. Like, I like SP, but again, because of how Melodious works, it's a very funky, thing to get to. Oh, don't worry, after this, I will put up all the information, so you can, like, see it. Cause yeah, I don't know that shit by heart. You can, dude, I barely remember my own phone number. I am terrible with number sequences. Like, I am so glad my social security number is the simple one that's easy to remember. Yeah, so they're gonna tribute, they're gonna special summon. What is it? I have no idea. I'm assuming you mean the digits. Again, I will open the lobby after this so you can see. There goes Revealer, there goes Spellbreaker, and with that, there's a rock. We're going essentially just all off hand traps here, and it's been working out bizarrely ideally. They have a medallion. They have normal summon. I'm not sure they can do much else right now, and I don't think they have access. I don't think they're gonna synchro 12, but they might. So this is a little scary. And they currently don't control an ice barrier, so they can't special summon her. Or tribute, yeah. They'll be able to if we don't get rid of, I think it's, yeah, Georgius. We can attack Georgius right now, though. Which we just might want to do, to be quite honest. Yeah, so we'll attack Georgius. And I think we'll just hold off there. God, this is so awkward. I love Melodious, but yeah, the xenophobic nature of it. This is a problem during the last Dice Rally too. Man, it made it really tricky. There goes Winds over the ice barrier. Alright, Georgius is back in their hand. They're just gonna attack SP and get rid of her, which honestly, fair enough. They might have enough to get rid of the Nibiru. Using their in-deck effects. They still have basically their entire extra deck too. On 240. Neat. Yeah, they can make it 10 now, which is especially dangerous. I don't have any other fairies in hand. Like, I drew Fulos, sadly. So yeah, I can't use Herald of Orange Light right now. If they attack and get rid of the token, we can at least use first movement solo and maybe get stuff started, because then our board will finally be clear of non-fairies. But this is going to be so tricky regardless, because Ice Barrier is a very control-oriented deck, and they're going to cause some problems, honestly. Especially now that they have Spellbreaker. Yeah, this is a problem. Yeah, they got Lancia out now, which is going to cause problems. Honestly, them using Spellbreaker is also going to cause problems, because now we can't use first movement solo. We're in a bit of a stuck position, unfortunately. End phase. And they didn't even get rid of the rock! Ostinato, but again, we have the rock. Like, this is just not great. We can't use our spells because of Spellbreaker either. This is just, yeah, very bad. I guess we'll get rid of the token, but... and hope they won't be able to kill us next turn, but I think their Ice Barrier... I think they'll be able to summon enough Synchro Ice Barriers to be able to kill us this turn. They can punch out the rock. They need, like, 2 more. They should be able to do that. Cannot kill me in 1 turn. That sounds like a challenge. There's Coral Anemone. So we're waterlocked for the rest of the turn. I don't think it would have mattered, but honestly, a good idea would have probably been keeping Couplet in my hands just in case. It would have allowed me to use the Charmies. You play Runic Exodia. Alright. I don't know, I kind of just like randomly switch decks whenever viewer duels happen. Like, I don't really think about what I play, it's kind of like, that one. Out comes the whale! Yeah, there goes the rock, and that is lethal. Yeah, they got me. Runic Exodia sounds kind of neat, honestly. Add Revealer to hand. I don't think they need to. Full art Runic Wings, please. Yeah, I'm kind of surprised. Runic is, like, extremely popular. I'm surprised they don't have, like, more arts, but, you know, they'll get to it with more new arts and stuff. Oh, no! Yeah. Ice Barrier is really tricky, because if they get a lead, it's, like, really hard to, like, dismantle them from that lead. If you don't have, like, any, non-engine that helps with that. Alright, we get fucking this guy, fucking Metabo Globster. That's a fun card. Alright, Duel. Duel room. Create a room. We will extend the duel time just in case. I don't want you to be fucking stuck or anything. Here we go. And there you go. You put in that number in order to join the lobby. The middle one. Hi, Bellison. Man, this is making me want to play Mega Man again. Oh, you know what I should do? I should talk about the... We're not doing Dice Rally. Rare Candy said he wanted to duel, and usually whenever people say they want to duel in the middle of the stream, I usually just oblige. I don't mind. I think I've dueled, like, maybe like 10, 11 people, like mid-stream, people just popping up being like, I want to duel. You know, I just realized, why did they want to try a gambling deck? Listen, I already... Adamancipator was one of my first decks. I don't need any more. Yeah, Adamancipator, Dragon Link, Dragon Maid. Like, those are all, like, a lot of first decks I played. On table sync. Bam. There you are. It's for Dice Rally. I might not even have what I need to be able to make it. Alrighty, let's see. What decks do I want to try out? You know what I haven't used in a while? I've not used Skull Servants. Try it out. Do some editing. Max C is now at 1, so we gotta take 1 out. There's a lot we can put in to sub for it. Honestly, let's go more skeletons, because that's funny. Alright, let's go. Anyway, what kind of gambling are we talking about here at Bellison? And of course, yeah, that never fails. Never fails. I play a Go Second deck. I win every coin flip for the rest of humanity. Although this hand is pretty nice. I've had worse hands. I would like something to be able to send to the grave afterwards. Dinosaurs! Alrighty, there's Miss. Out comes Megalo Smasher X. Are we on, Primite dinosaurs? I mean, he is still, like, one of the stronger vanilla dinosaurs. It would work. There's the deck code. Yeah, I will check it out after this. Alrighty. Well, we have baking. That's honestly really good. This will work out in a way. Let me normal summon Moisa White. We're going to proc Moisa White. We will add... We're about to baking, so we don't need that. Princess honestly is not a bad idea either, since we're about to wake up when you're ready. So let's do this. We will Princess. Here we go. We will hit the tomb. I think we'll tomb for Thrust, because obviously he doesn't have any monsters here, so... We'll proc Imseti. We'll send away baking. We draw a turtle. That procs baking. We will add White Lord. Yeah, I like the song. I recently actually played through the remake of Yuka Replayly. It was pretty good. I liked it. I liked it a lot. I also liked the original. Like, I know a lot of people weren't really like big fans of the original, but honestly, I thought it was fine. Like, I didn't really see that many issues with the original. Like, I thought it was fine. Like, I don't know. But yeah, I really liked the I really liked the remake too. It was pretty good. We're gonna Lord first. I think we did that. There we go. And one to send to Grave. We can't send to Prince. We already sent both of our princes. Let's send another king, just in case. Someone has a fanfic Japanese medal of Atem's theme. That sounds neat. Oh, wait, we used, I forget. We used, Moisa, so we can't go into an 8. That would be a problem. I would have appreciated that, to be quite honest. That's not great. Do we wanna... Okay, one more. I feel like I need a layer of protection here. We're gonna White Lord. And we're going to normal summon the lady in white for a bit of protection here. Just in case. Magic Cylinder. Okay, good thing I undervalued. We were playing it a bit smart there. But yeah. That's Mirror Force. Bam. Good thing I did that. Yep. I quit. Nice try, trying to get me with those silly beginner tactics. You think I'm new at this? Oh, they left. Alright. I was half tempted to use Mikanko instead. Pawn, really quick. Copy from linked deck list. Yeah, let's pull up that code real quick. Oh, not here. Where the fuck do you put that in? I know it's somewhere. Oh, no, it's from public. Yeah. You want to change? Oh, okay. My bad. Alrighty, let's see. Oh, my lord! Do I even have... Your model kind of reminds you of the Princess Beast Girl from Season 2 from... You said that last time, and I wasn't able to, like, find what you were looking for, unfortunately. Also, yeah, Jesus Christ, this is a cacophony of luck. The musical sumo dice games is a nice touch, though. Alrighty, we're back. Let's switch it up. I'm curious. Let's try out Mikanko this time. See if I can do Mikanko. That reminds me, I gotta finish the Dark Magician stuff because the new stuff came out, but I didn't have any of the oh yeah, I'll show you after. Yeah. Try out Mikanko. Alright. Alrighty, this hand is not the best. Fukuta. Okay, hold on. Oh, that thing! I've seen that thing before, yeah! Yeah, it's adorable. I like it. Alright, there's Runic. This is gonna cause some problems. He's not gonna special summon too much, but we can at least get one draw in here. Yeah, I've seen that thing before. This is gonna be tricky, honestly. If we're not able to get, well, we do have Metal Silver on us. This will be a problem. There's Huggin. We have Retaliating Sea, which is not great against this deck. Did I copy the deck? I did not, but I still have the deck code, don't worry. There's the Fountain. What do we send away for that? Cylinder. Magic Cylinder is so funny. It's like the best worst Yu-Gi-Oh card. I'm gonna end. Alrighty, this is gonna be a problem because they just have a defense monster on board. Love for you to try it out. I'll do like one game with it if I have enough. Alrighty, first things first. We gotta force the Hugin here. Like this, like that, like this, like that, like this, like that. Like this, like that. Alright, that's good. We should be in the clear now. I like it. Yeah, because now we can Noble Twin. We can Noble Twin for fire damage. Oh, I just sent the wrong thing. I'm a potato! You know what? It's not the end of the world. Don't worry. I know what I'm doing. Alright? There's no mistakes. Just happy little accidents. I sent the wrong thing first. It's okay. We will live. Watch. I am alive. This is a triumph. I am making a note here. Huge success. It's hard to overstate my satisfaction, but we got it. There are no mistakes, just happy little accidents. Wow, that was almost a catastrophe. I'm curious, can I see match history here? I can't. I would like to see the Runic Exodia deck. You're a potato, you're a tomato. Listen, no mistakes. Happy accidents, alright? If there is anything I have learned from Bob Ross, it is that. Standing by. Alright, let's go. Like this, like that. Who's Bob Ross? Bob Ross was an American painter. If I show you a picture of him real quick, you'll probably recognize him. Hold on. He's so good. Like this, like that, like this, like that, like this, like that, like this, like that. Oh, you were okay. There you go. Stick to Pokemon. Yeah, I'm telling you, when you play and you get used to Yu-Gi-Oh more, you'll immediately start recognizing your better play patterns to make in other card games. I promise you. Sequencing is absolutely. I was talking about this with my friends the other day. Sequencing is absolutely the biggest trick when it comes to Yu-Gi-Oh, and you will start playing other card games much better when you start to play. When you said painter, then yeah. Alright, he's hit me with a tip. This is gonna cause problems, because unfortunately, my deck is actually extremely vulnerable to Runic, because there is a lot of one-ofs. And that's a problem. They're gonna draw Golden Droplet. We lose Super Poly out of that. Like, all of my multiples are of, like, non-engine, which helps, but if I lose any of my key engine pieces, this is a losing matchup almost immediately. There's Huggin. On Yu-Gi-Oh! Vacation. We're gonna send away one of the Exodia limbs. I'm gonna draw a Fountain out of that. Okay, we lost our only Nini, but she's the one of I care the least about, generally speaking. Sorry, Nini. Alrighty. Another Retaliating Sea is not helping, honestly. Do you not have... You do have 3. An important piece of advice for the future, if you have the option, you should Runic Fountain to recycle whatever Runic cards are in your grave. That will give you the draws at the beginning in order to prevent accidents for the future. So here's what we'll do. I have Hare. It's really important to Fountain before the end of your turn so that you have more cards in hand in order to use during your opponent's turn for interruptions. You make a good teacher. I can teach well when I know what I'm talking about, and when I don't know something I'm talking about, I try and make it as clear as possible. Alright, we banished another 3 out of that. They're gonna recycle that time. They get more gas in hand now. Alright, this is tricky, but I think we can still make it out of this. We attach to Hare. That'll let us use Hare's effect. That'll let us search our Rotter Herbalesque. We can water here in order to send away Hugin. And doing that, we will be able to get out Sanaki. We will proc Sanaki, who will let us special summon Hu Li. There we go. We're going to return the Arabesque, because we want to equip Hu Li so that our Mikanko cards are protection-proof. That'll let us get a trap, but honestly, I think we're good. I would love to have the Metal Silver still be in play here, but I think this is enough for the OTK. But yeah, whenever I play card games, or whenever I'm doing anything, I try and make it as vocal as possible what my thought process is, in case people are, like, watching and want to learn. When I make my thought process clear, it helps a lot with explaining the certain things I'm doing and the plays I'm making. And that helps people learn, right? When you understand the certain things that I'm doing and why I'm doing them, it helps it when it's vocalized, because when it's vocalized or written down somewhere, it makes it a lot easier to keep in mind and keep in your head. This deck feels like you're playing Summoner from Final Fantasy XIV. I really like Summoner. I like Scholar. Scholar was my favorite class of 14. What just happened? Okay, so, Mikanko's whole goal is we are trying to OTK you by doing either reflect damage by attacking your own monsters or by using Double-Edged Sword. Double-Edged Sword makes my opponent, both players take battle damage from the attack, but the Mikankos inherently make your opponents take all the battle damage you would have taken. So, by going into their rank 3 and equipping it with Double-Edged Sword, you can make your opponent take 4,000 per attack, and then they can detach a material to be able to attack again. I would highly suggest to remember, before your turn is over, if you have, it doesn't matter how many cards you have in your graveyard, you should use Runic. You should use your, hold on really quick, I'm just gonna like leave here so I can pull it up. fucking, yeah. It is important to remember, even at the end of your turn, use your Runic Fountain because it is once per turn. So use it during your turn so that you get extra spells for your opponent's turn to be able to interrupt them. And then you can use it later during their turn to be able to recycle more. Yeah. Now, I gotta ask, because I don't know if you're playing them or not, are you playing the other Exodia cards, or are you just playing the pieces as an alternate win con? Like, are you just playing the pieces just to, like, you know, play them? Or are you also playing, you know, the Unstoppable? Are you also playing the Millennium Monk? All that. Just the pieces? I would recommend at least including some of the of these other guys. They are very handy because they can insulate your board with extra stuff. So they're called the Millennium cards. And you don't need that many, to be quite honest. Did I spell it wrong? I'm looking like right at it and I still spelled it wrong. I'm a potato. You're on table? Yeah. Really quick. But yeah, most of these guys are SRs, so they're very cheap. They give you an alternate field spell to use when you don't need Runic Fountain, which is mostly just for starting your play. So you could start your play with Wedju Temple, and then you can convert into Runic later, because you only need this to just start. If you do this, it'll do a couple of things. It will give you extra bodies on board that make it harder for your opponent to interrupt you. It will give you access to Heart of Blue Eyes to tribute an opponent's monster during their turn, which is very strong. And it will give you access to, of course, the big Exodia monster, who is a spell trap negate, as well as extra interruption by setting the Exod spells and traps, which can destroy every card your opponent controls. So I would highly recommend adding the Millennium cards, because they add a nice ceiling. Runic, when done pure, is okay, but it loses a lot of gas because of the speed of the game. Like, they're very good, but a lot of their control is one-for-one interaction, and that's tricky to use if you're not familiar with how your opponent's deck completely operates. There's a bunch of, like, runic decks that are useful. I really, really, really liked Runic Generator. Runic Generator very much also gives your deck a higher ceiling and still coincides well with the Runic cards. Synchro Runic was very fun. I really liked that. The new MST cards work extremely well with Runic, so I would pay attention for when those hit Master Duel. Runic Sprite and Runic for Hire and Runic for Hire Sprite are very good combinations because they give you both extra protection and a ton of draw power. Cauldron of the Old Man. Oh boy, we will be burning today. Okay, we have Fire Dance, we have Noble Twins. This is gonna be tricky. We're gonna hit immediately. We're just gonna do some chip right off the rip. Alrighty. Yeah, it is. That's another thing I feel like I need to stress. It is important to recognize that, like, just because a particular style of control doesn't work in Yu-Gi-Oh! Anymore, that does not mean control in general doesn't work anymore. I feel like that's a thing that a lot of people end up, like, misplacing when, like, older decks just don't work anymore, which to me is really weird as, oh, that's going to be very annoying. Which to me is really weird when, like, every card game has power creep, and it's not like all cards are just magically immune to power creep. That's 6. Oh, this is also going to be annoying. Oh, Lord. Alright, let's send Sanaki. We don't need Fire Dance because we have it in hand, so what we're probably going to do instead is add Mayo with a short, or yeah, is add Mayo. Nibiru, that's a fun name. Alright, we're gonna summon Huli, and we're gonna equip her with Mayo. There we go. That'll give us some insulation, that'll let us grab a trap. You disappear for 4! Alright, Alright, we're going to Fire Dance Sanaki here. There we go. That will let us grab Hare. We will use Sanaki to send back Fire Dance. Maybe 60, because you don't know what you want to eat! Yeah, I cooked yesterday. We have leftovers, so, you know, I'm good. We made pork chops and rice in salchicha. Very nice. We're going to add Uzukime. We're going to equip Uzukime with the double-edged sword. We're trying to make Atem Yugi ranked deck. Like how Yugi does it. Yeah, good luck with that. Because that would be very tricky in today's day and age. Although, did you see the new Yugi ritual cards? Because those are actually, like, really good. New Yugi ritual cards for his ritual guides are announced, which is pretty nice. Oh no! Yeah, that's going to be a problem. Non-target destruction is actually, yeah, a very big problem with this deck. That is one of the many ways to be able to get rid of what they have, and it will cause issues, as plainly shown. Alright, the good news is, we do have... another Uzukime, but if we're not able to get her, this might cause some problems. Because unless they get a monster on board, it is really important for us to have double-edged sword in order to do the OTK as it stands now. I follow to make sure to tune back in.
I'm interested in this.
Thanks for being interested in me. Pokemon Trading Card Game Mobile. I'm assuming you mean Pocket? Yeah, Pocket. Pocket's weird. I kind of don't like Pocket, to be quite honest. Why am I yelling? I don't know! Alright, important part. Huli, when she's equipped, your opponent cannot target Mikankos with effects. And because I equipped her with Mayo, Huli cannot be destroyed at all. And this creates a very strong, like, block, because it will stop Huli from getting destroyed by anything, which is very strong. It's kind of meh. Yeah, like, I like it in concept, but yeah, I'm just not the biggest fan of it. It is, my biggest thing when it comes to digital card games is always being able to, like, play free-to-play as easily as possible, and Pocket is very bad at that. Pocket is extremely bad at that. Which is very unfortunate, because it's the one that most people are going to be playing. Alright, we should be able to get through this. Let's send Ceremony. We send Ceremony. We can set our best, which doesn't matter. The more important thing is that we have Fire Dance in hand still, because we returned it. So, we will Fire Dance in order to bring out Sanaki again. Nintendo tries. Did Nintendo actually develop it? Pocket players move to Scalpers? Yeah. Like, yeah, I just, like, it's always been my thing. Like, making your card game digital is great for accessibility, but then when you go out of your way to make it terrible for accessibility, it's like, what's the actual point? Not gonna lie, I disappear for real this time. Alright, so we get to re-add double-edged sword here. Let's see if we can get lucky enough? Question mark. Hey! How does that work? Because it's the equip card that's giving it the attack, not the, Okay, so that is how that works. Alright, thankfully, we get to do this. And we get to send the fairy box away. Thanks, Mayo. An Atem deck of the Pharaoh set. Yeah, sure. Bam! Yeah. and we don't need that, and that's not enough for the KO, but we're in a stable position right now. And I think I know exactly what I want to do, kind of think of it. I think we're just going to hold on right now, and we're going to wait. Yeah. The Mikankos have 0 attack and 0 defense, so like if we don't have equip cards, or if we don't reflect damage, we can't do much. That's what makes double-edged sword so important during the OTK. Like, if double-edged sword gets banished, my opponent basically needs to have monsters for me to be able to do anything. How can I copy your deck? In the deck building screen, there is a, like, little code. You can take that code and you can paste it in other places. Future Fusion, that's different. So yeah, if you look at what Abellison posted, yeah, there's like a code that they put down. You can take that code and then you can like put it in when you search for a public deck, and then there you go. There's other ways, but that's the easiest way, generally. Alright. So what we're gonna do, we're just gonna swing right into it, and all we need to do is attack with Hu Li. Can you put the code in chat? Absolutely. For the Mikanko deck. Because honestly, I do think this deck is like pretty decent. It's very good for teaching you sequencing. The basic combo is very simple. And it's a really easy to understand idea. And there's enough like expressiveness with how you manage your combos too, which is very nice. You want to learn it? Absolutely. Yeah, so if you go to edit here, and yeah, look, there's an arrow right here. You click that. Oh, no, I can't remove. What do you do? How do you do that? My brain is braining. It's somewhere. I know it's somewhere. I might need to, like, back out, because I forget where it is when you're not, like, in the thing. Yeah, hold on. Real quick. I'm just gonna take a step out here. Boop, 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 boop. Mikanko, view. Not there. I know it's somewhere. I always forget. Copy. There's the copies. There's the export. Is it the export code? No, because that makes it go to Neuron. I don't want it to go to Neuron. Is it Neuron? Am I dumb? I forget. I'm a potato. Yeah, no, I'm not connected to Neuron. That's not it. Maybe that's what I did. Yeah, I don't think I have a Neuron account. I'm pretty sure that's what it is. Yeah, because not that. Yeah, you can share with the picture. So yeah, I would say you screenshot this. Or, like, if you want me to, like, I'll screenshot it, like, right here, and then you can, like, I don't know, send me your Discord. I'll just send it to you on Discord. Yeah, I just screenshot it. My Discord is, like, you know, Rainbow Dragonite, like everything else is. What a surprise. Or RB Dragonite to be specific. So, yeah. But yeah, here it is. Honestly, this could do some changing. There's a lot you can do with Mikanko. That's one of the other reasons I like it a lot. It's actually quite versatile. There are other decks you could play, or other ways you could play this deck, which is pretty nice. Mine is a mix of like going first and going second, just in case I lose the coin flip. You generally want to go second with this deck in order to OTK your opponent. No Streamlabs. I do have Streamlabs. It's just not connected to my Discord because it's just, like, again, I don't have a big like community Discord yet because I don't have enough people for that. So I never really connected it, you know. Also, not gonna lie, Discord is kind of going through some shit right now, and they kind of deserve what's happening to them. So Yeah! So if you want, screenshotting this, like right here is a pretty good example. Master Duel Meta, of course, has a lot of good deck list. Like, this is just the one I use. Master Duel Meta is another good option. Let me actually put the link to that. I think that would probably be your best bet, just in case. I will leave this up as long as you want. But yeah, here is the Master Duel Meta Mikanko page. There you go. I should probably do, what's my Discord name? RB Dragonite. You will see it is me. I use the same, like, picture and stuff for everything. So, yeah, it's me. Like, when you see it, you know, no one's tried imitating me yet. Yeah, there we go. There we go. And then here you go. There you go. If you need me to write down... Bam, you know, sure. If you need me to write down what those cards are, I absolutely will. But yeah, there you go. And like I said, there's a lot of other ways to play this deck. A lot of people like using, oh my god, what's it called? It's Nadir Servant. Nadir Servant. Because, as you might have noticed, this deck doesn't particularly care about the extra deck too much. Do it when you get the time. You got it. I will absolutely do that. This deck doesn't use the extra deck too much, aside from just their main monster. So there's a lot of things you can do. One of the things you can do is use Nadir Servant in order to send extra deck monsters to the grave for various effects, which is pretty handy. Because there's a lot of extra deck monsters that do stuff when they're sent to grave. So yeah, there you go. Oh, we have enough to do, to buy the, big ol' 3,000 box, yeah, 4th anniversary celebration, so let's hit it. Oh, here you go, Rick Andy. Bam. Yeah. Alright, so, yeah, you know what, let's hit it. You know what, normally I skip, but you know what, we'll look at these for once. That's where you do the pot. Yeah, I do it. Did I get the Dark Magician one? I have not yet. I'm going by, like, most expensive to least expensive generally, and this one was the most expensive, so. Yeah. There we go. I love Time Thief stuff. Time Thief is so funny, because, like, a lot of their cards are, like, way better outside of their own deck than it is in their own deck. Sunvine Thrasher. Well, if I ever want to play Plant Link, I guess I have that. Oh, there's Karakuri's in here too? Oh, that's awesome. I love Karakuri. Don't get my hopes up, Utopia. Got Magic Girl in here for some reason. Honestly, the side frames being in here also isn't bad. Getting a lot of Zetas though. Oh god, Icarus attack. Oh god, I hated this card back in the day. This card was annoying. Is K9 and Vanguard basically tied with Masquerena? In what regard? Metamorphized Insect Queen. Damn, I wish Yellow was here. What do we get? Gate Guardian combined, like archetype. I'm still, also another Omega is really good. I'm still not quite sure what you're asking. Do you mean as far as like splashability? Like lore, oh, lore-wise, actually, I don't know the K9 lore. All I know is like they're like furry cops. I think they're separate. I'm not, don't quote me on that. I would have to look it up, to be quite honest. Ooh, Rose Witch, I like that card. Oh lord, spell card, Monster Reborn. That card's terrible. It's very funny though. The Discord tells me. Thankfully. Yeah, I'm not on too many Discords. Aside from like the private Discord I have with my friends, the only other one I'm on is the like Monster Hunter Frontier one for the Rain server to do all their stuff, which is nice. Again, I'm very not social. I'm a very introverted person, surprisingly. Like, I might be streaming right now, but I'm just not a people person. I can be, but I just don't. Like, I'm a very silent observer. That's just kind of how I've been in my life. Just post your videos and live streams. Yeah. I usually just send the links directly to my friends. Masquerena is basically some rogue hero vigilante hacker. Yeah, I don't know where the K9s come into that. Let me go look that up, actually. Just to do that. Yu-Gi-Oh! K9! Bam. I can pull that over here. Just use Discord. Well, they sent me a friend request, so I would assume so. Alright, one more pack out of these. Do 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 do. Okay, so it doesn't seem like the K9s are related to IP and company. They seem to be in like a fictionalized version of Tokyo, and they're like a police force to a sea. Oh yay! We got some balls! And the new SP! Fuck yeah! Yay! I don't have to make these! Awesome! Well, there we go. That's pretty damn good. Alrighty, our next bundle. I did not buy the first anniversary bundle, but I did buy the other ones. So what we should probably save up for the first anniversary and then the Dark Magician one, because the first anniversary one's gonna go away sooner. That'll probably be what we do. We also got a lot of secret packs out of that, which I'm not gonna be pulling. But yeah, we got the new We got a lot of new stuff out of that, honestly. Is the discard all still broken? Yes, it is. Damn. Alright, so we'll discard selected. We'll do it by obtained order. Go SRUR. There we go. Not interested in insects. I don't really care for Gem Knights. Not my forte. Stardust Worm is low enough. I don't mind it. Do I want to play Gate Guardians? I don't think I do. We'll get rid of that. And yeah, having a Omega is always nice. So honestly, and I think we can get rid of that one and that one too. We can keep the rest of these. But yeah, Fancy Ball and new SP is really cool. Thanks, game. You know what's funny? I don't really have any decks that use Fancy Ball. It's just like just a bit high. I'm never getting the bundle now. Oh yeah, I was already saving up before the bundle popped up, so I got kind of lucky. You still have 53 days. Like, you have 53 days. And mind you, you get about 1,000 points a week. And some more, because there's going to be Dice Rally going on, and then later on in March, there's going to be another event. You'll be able to do it. You got, like, 2 months, basically. You got it. Your release is not until June. Oh, yeah, for the cards you want. Hey, think of it this way. More shit to save. You know, that's more shit you're not buying. But, yeah, I think I'm going to save up for another 3,000 for the first anniversary bundle. And then the Dark Magician set. I also need another copy. I have a Dark Magician deck I want to try out really badly because the new fusion cards are cool. Where is it? Over here. But I don't have any of the Shining Sarcophagus cards, and I really want those to make this better. So I will probably be saving up for those. You know what? Just because we got her, let's start putting her in. Here we go. Yeah. But yeah, one thing, you know what I should do? I should make a Neuron account just to be able to like send away deck list a bit easier. Oh yeah, really quick, just so I don't forget. Where is your Pharaoh deck here? But yeah, you put in that. Go, deck code. Hey! Copy from public. Paste that. Man, this man loves his 60 card decks. Let's see, what do we got? We got the Yugi stuff, we've got all the Egyptian gods, we got some of the, some Dark Magician stuff. You know what's funny? Like, I think in a weird-ass fucking world, you might be able to tool this to make this work. Like, I don't even think it's that impossible, to be quite honest. I think this could be, like, workable with some changes. Let's see. I think an important thing when it comes to look at the spell card with the UR. Which one? There's a couple of them. I think you mean Draw a Fate, or like I'm assuming you mean Draw a Fate or True Sun God. I've seen True Sun God before. If your life points are lower than your opponent's and your opponent controls a monster with the highest attack on field, draw a Fate. Okay. Reveal 3 with different names from your deck. Place them on your deck in random order. Draw 1 card. For the rest of this turn, you cannot set spells or traps, and you can only activate 1 more card. You can only activate 1 per turn. That is tricky. So you're going to have lower life points because of the Millennium cards, so that's easy. But the problem comes with your opponent controlling the higher attack monster. This is definitely a Yugi-ass card, though. Yeah, like, this is a fucking Yugi card, alright. The extra deck, honestly, is, like, pretty solid, too. Like, it's, like, a decent mix of, like, Dark Magician and the Millennium stuff. The Millennium doesn't rely on its extra deck too much, either, which is pretty good. It doesn't work to image like it's out. Yeah, this is a fucking Yugi deck, alright. why am I tired? Dude, I've been like, maybe that's what it is. I've just been super tired lately. I haven't eaten yet either. What's been happening a lot is instead of getting like a full 8 hours of sleep, I've been getting like maybe like 5 hours and like a 3-hour nap. You can copy it, sir. I don't want to. I don't have the URs for this. You literally just saw me dismantle this one. Yeah, I'm not too much of like an anime person, bizarrely enough. I kind of just play what I want to play, and if a character used it in the anime, I'm like, oh, that's neat. But yeah, I don't go out of my way to go for anime decks. I like a lot, which, you know, I'm fine with. It's cool when people do that. Give me some pointers. I'm not sure there's much I could do. Like, I think the biggest thing is cutting down the one-ofs. I think streamlining it. I think 60 is fine because you're trying to play like a mix of Dark Magician and the Exodia stuff. I think you need to get rid of a lot of like the incidental one-ofs, and I think you need to pick one of the Egyptian gods that's going to be the most handy. Buy rare candy! And like solidify that one Egyptian god for like streamlining. And I think with this deck, Ra has like the best stealing potential. Obelisk is going to be the most consistent because you're going to be able to special summon enough monsters to normal summon it, which is handy. And Slifer, Atem used all of them. He in fact did. So like, that's not an Atem thing, but yeah, it's like really tricky for... It's very tricky to use all 3 Egyptian gods. It's just not consistent because they all want drastically different things. Honestly, that would be the first thing I change. Aside from like cutting down on the one-ofs. I think it's important to realize what cards are like pivotal to your win condition and picking like the most important god. I think that would be the biggest thing. That's just kind of the decision you have to make when you decide to go hard when it comes to like emulating a character's deck. Like, you're going to just be inconsistent. That's just the nature. Like, Yu-Gi-Oh! Was not made to be a card game at first. It was made to be a dramatic manga series about playing games. And that's just kind of the sacrifice you gotta make when you're deck building if you decide to LARP. There's not really any getting around that. Like, you gotta recognize that that's what it is, and you just have to be okay with that. Which I get, like, that's, like, win more cards have the exact same problem, right? Like, cards that don't really do anything for your greater strategy, but then, you know, you like because you like them. That's fine. But you have to recognize that that's what they are. Right? That's just something you need to make peace with, essentially. Is hoping on making an attempt-based anime deck. Well, you can. You just gotta recognize, like, the key cards, right? Like, sticking with, like, Dark Magician, Exodia, honestly, can work as a combination. Exodia doesn't rely on its normal summon, and honestly, even Dark Magician doesn't really rely on its normal summon. So you're able to coincide the decks together decently enough, right? I think including more of the Dark Magician, the Magician's Rod, and the Magician's, what was the other one? Soul? In order for consistency, right? More Soul Servant, because this is in the structure deck, it's pretty easy and accessible, right? Like, you want to basically bait people, I think, with Dark Magician stuff, and then convert into the Exodia stuff when they've used everything they can on the Dark Magician stuff. Because Dark Magician, when your opponent doesn't have any options, is very strong. Kind of imagine the whole Atem versus Zork battle. Yeah. You gotta recognize, you know, Heart of the Cards doesn't exist in real life unless you're Team Trees, but we're not playing Pokemon right now, so right? Like, there's a lot of sacrifices that need to be made when you decide that you want to emulate a character from the show, because you don't have a team of writers making you win when you shouldn't. And, you know, that's just another thing. Like, sometimes that's another thing you gotta accept, right? If you're playing something like this, it's gonna be inconsistent, and you're gonna lose because of inconsistency. A lot. You just gotta make peace with it, right? I think, realistically, like, preparing your mind for what you're doing is more important than the actual deck building itself, to be quite honest. Right? Like, you pick this deck because you want to play this deck. You pick this character because you want to play this character. So on and so forth. Right? Like, it's just the piece you need to make. That's honestly more important than the actual cards themselves. Okay. We did a lot today. I think we're only gonna do maybe like 2 more dice rallies. God, do I even want to play? Not gonna lie, I think we've done a lot today. I kind of just want to like go eat and lay down now. Yeah, when you want to be that hardcore attempt fan, you know what? I will stand up with you. I'll be like, you know what? I get it. Like I said, I think you should check out the new ritual stuff. That new ritual stuff is really good. Let me send a link to it on the Master Duel Meta. I really like Master Duel Meta, as I mentioned before. It's a very convenient website. Here you go. But yeah, these new cards are extremely strong. Light Dragon is a YouTuber I enjoy a lot. Light Dragon does a lot of character-based decks. He did a test deck with these new Yugi cards, and it was very good. I would highly recommend Light Dragon. Let me go pull up his channel really quick. Because yeah, I think Light Dragon is really great for this kind of stuff. Here, I will send you the video. Yeah, I like Light Dragon a lot. Because yeah, these new Yugi cards are very good. They're very, very good. So I would highly recommend you check out the Light Dragon video, and other ones if you want to see like his other character decks to get a better idea of like things you can do. Yeah. You know what? Let's do 2 more. Let's. Do I have anything else I can really use here? Because like Melodious is like so xenophobic it creates problems. I don't have my hero deck complete yet. I'm still working on the White Forest stuff. The game is very mean when they were new, and I just wasn't able to get like any of them. Can we? All the Bystials are gone. That creates problems. The Bystials are super handy with this deck. I've not done a Link deck in a while. Can we do Math Mech? We might be able to do Math Mech. It's a bit tricky, but it's possible. We could also do Code Talker. Yeah, because Code Talker is a bit less reliant on the one-ofs. You know what? Let's give Code Talker a try. So let's take out all the ones we can't have. Let's take these out. We got the small worlds. What do we want more of? Let's take those out too. Let's sort this by rarity. Make these Cybursts. There we go. We have the Fuas. And let's see what we have. Big Firewall is tempting. I don't think we can go for it. I like it though. We can go for a regular Firewall during main combo. IP in Ball. Oh wait, we could IP Ball. IP Ball is something we could definitely do. Let's throw those in the extra deck just for fun. As for main deck guys, I think Lady Debugs are really nice for our normal summon of choice here. A Wizard is pretty good. Meow Mines are pretty good. We have the normal summons. We have the Gachiris. Honestly, we might not need any more if we just have those. I think what we'll do instead is we'll just put in more hand traps. Let's put in our Perulia and Red Reboot. Let's go do that. Yeah, I think we'll do that. Yeah, alright, let's give that a try. Alright, let's do 2 more duels. Bam! Alright, we're going first. It's pretty good. Alrighty. Alright, we got the Globster. We're going to normal summon Lady Debug. That is our good summon there. We're going to Lady Debug. We're going to add a guide hand. There we go. Alright, we're still getting interrupted here. What do we want in hand? Backup is a very obvious one. That's why I want Lady Debug. Lady Debug is like really good to get to for your other guys that can be special summoned, which is pretty nice. Alright, there we go. What can I turn this guy into? He's a Dark Fiend. Some of these guys only need effect monsters, so that's pretty good. Splash Mage needs 2 Cybursts. I think we're gonna Splash Mage first here. Here we go. We're going to Gachiri Splash Mage to protect it. That'll let us back up. There we go. And using backup, we can add to hand, unless they ash this. They did not. Alrighty. We get to add a couple of things to hand. We get to add and send to grave, so that's important. There's nothing in here that we want because they want to be in the grave. So I think we're just going to add Wizard and just send away Fuelos, because we're going to have monsters on board, so Fuelos is not going to be strong in hand. Oh yeah, I don't need the Super Factorial. I gotta get rid of that. I am a potato. It's okay. Alright, let's bring back Lady Debug, and then using Lady Debug, we're gonna take her, we're gonna turn her into Link Decoder for extra materials. There we go. Now we're gonna go into Transcode Talker, using Splash Mage and Link Decoder. Link Decoder is gonna reappear now that we've summoned a monster with 23 attack with it. There we go. That lets us reuse Transcode Talker in order to bring back Splash Mage. Right there. Smack dab in the middle. Pretty nice. We get to go into... I think we want to go into Big Firewall right now. That's looking like an idea. So we'll take you, you, and you. There we go. That's quite nice. We will send, unless they stop this. They're going to stop that. Okay. So that means we have to be able to use it next turn for protection and not for interruption like we would prefer. It's not the end of the world, but that's also, like, not great. But, you know, good on them for doing that. Does that need Cyburst? That does need Cyburst. That needs Cyburst. That needs Cyburst. What doesn't need Cyburst? This needs just effect monsters. I would like to get rid of it now. So you know what? We will do it just to move them. There we go. Alright, now we will take you. We're gonna take the 2. Oh yeah, he's like right there. We need to move him, don't we? Yeah, we need different attributes. So yeah, we'll take water here and dark here. That gets us Heat Soul. Heat Soul lets us draw extra per turn. Ow. We get Small World out of that. I might be able to Small World a thing here. I kind of wanna. Let's do it. I might regret not having the Ash Blossom. Oh, I'm a potato. I just Ash Blossom. I am very potato, but you know what? It's okay. Alrighty, so what we'll do instead... Alright, no mistakes. Happy accidents. We'll Crystal Heart. We will use Crystal Heart. Bring back Transcode. And I think that's where we can stop. We could go into Fancy Ball using them. We could, in fact, Fancy Ball. Let's do it. Let's see if I ever get this. Ball! Alright, and this does nothing in our hand, so let's put it down. I forgot to take it out of the deck. This deck list could absolutely be cleaner, but we'll live. Preparation of Rites. Alrighty, they could be on a ton of things right now. We're going to use Heat Soul to get another draw. Unless they have another Ash Blossom. Soul Servant! Alright, that helps. They're on Dark Magician. We're going to use Dark Fluid. We're going to send... Do we just want attack? I think we'll just send D-Save Worm to be able to stop one of the spells that they're about to be using soon. I would have liked to be able to send that on my turn and send something else, but that's going to have to be what we do here. Alright, we're going to Heat Soul. We got a Rock, which honestly, we still have enough in extra deck to be able to like climb decently to be able to win. We could Rock ourselves and if we need to. That is when your opponent activates a monster effect on field or grave, so we don't want to do that. And yeah, she can banish herself to come back. Alrighty. It's my first time actually reading this card, because this is the first time I'm actually using it, so... There goes Timaeus. There goes. Let's hold on just a bit longer. Yeah, we're gonna stop that recycle effect. I would prefer they not use it. They have not used Timaeus' fusion effect, and I'm pretty sure we can interrupt it if we do. Them going battle phase, hitting Heat Soul, honestly, is probably a good idea here. No, they're just gonna call it. Alrighty. That makes things easier for us. Yep. And we get a draw into that. Nice. Ooh, you know what we could do? Hold on. Cinco. Trace. Yay, we get the 100. Let's do one more. Alrighty, let's see, if we keep Super Factorial. Do I still have it? I don't. I do not have Final Sigma, so you know what? Yeah, we'll just get rid of the Super Factorial. If I still had it, I would have kept the Super Factorial in there just for the random, you know, emergency synchro of the tower, but I don't have them, so we'll live. Let's... I think we're fine otherwise. Hold on a moment. Give me a moment, emergency. Alrighty, I am back. Emergency solved. Little brothers are silly. Alrighty, we're back. Armor-clad face! This one has been popping up a lot as of late in Shuffle, and not that I mind. It's not my favorite from the game, but it's a damn close one. Alrighty, this honestly is a pretty damn nice hand. Being able to draw them and opening with Circular is very strong. Along with Diameter for extra normals, this is pretty damn good. Nirvana. So presides in society. Society. Alright, there's Dark Magician Girl, the Magician's Apprentice. That lets me know this is probably a Dark Magician deck with the new stuff. Unless they're just going full-on Shining Sarcophagus, which honestly is not a bad fallback. Shining Sarcophagus can get pretty annoying if you let them go unimpeded. So let's hope for the best here. One day all will run away. Embrace the wounded soul. Armor-clad face. Alright, we have Red Reboot in hand, so we should be pretty good. I think this is something we can absolutely be able to OTK through. So let's do that. We're going to start with Circular. Sending away Sigma. That lets Circular special summon itself. I don't think we need to use Lady Debug because we have Diameter in hand, but Debug might give us more opportunities by summoning other things. So we might still want a Debug, to be quite honest. There goes their Shining Interruption. That's fine. Nirvana. So yeah, I think we will Debug here. That gets Ash. Alrighty, so whatever that face down is, we have Reboot for. I think we're in the clear. Society, your society. Yeah, so here's what we'll do. We go into Splash Mage. I'm a fool, I know nothing. I take the role of a silly clown. Alright, we'll bring anything back. In this case, I just pick Circular, just because. They have Imperm, but that's fine, because we have Red Reboot. Red Reboot is an incredibly strong card, because it stops your opponent's traps, and it makes it so that they cannot use traps for the rest of the turn. They get to place down a trap of their choice, but it doesn't matter, because they can't use traps for the rest of the turn. So this should be a really clean OTK now. So, Impermanent gets negated, Splash Mage pops up, we summon Circular, we go into Link Decoder for the extra body. Always be sure to do that. There we go. We take these two, we go into Transcode Talker. There he goes. That lets Link Decoder come back. Let's put him over here. I always make sure to put him far away so I don't misplay. We Splash Mage. There we go. We take these two. 1, 2, 3. Into Neo Tempest Terahertz. We proc Neo Tempest Terahertz. This is important. We send away Multiplication to double our attack. There we go. Alrighty. Very nice. 3! 1, 2, 3. Why are we so fucking close to the board? Hello? Wait. Can we back the fuck up? No, wait, that's gonna bother me if I don't back that up right now. Phrasing. Where's the zoom? Yeah, please. I don't like being that close. There we go. We were right, what the fuck? Honestly, I kind of prefer the full view. Yeah, we'll do that. But yeah, that'll definitely be it for now. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you come around for next time. Next time, I swear we will get to Final Fantasy III. I promise. We will finally actually start Final Fantasy III. I've been waiting. I finally got it. But this month has been crazy so far for me. But, you know, I've had worse. So thank you. Thank you very much. With that, I shall depart. Whee!